welcome to the U section, and so we're going over the Uber drill. Uber, if you don't know, is a German word, and it kind of stands for above, over, across, but a rough translation of it, of really how it's used, at least in the English language, is kind of like super as an adjective. So usually you add Uber to something when you want it to be like at a higher level, like a more ultimate or something like that. So this one's called the Uber drill. All right. We're getting near the end of the alphabet of the civilized variations. Soon we'll be doing the linear part of the civilized variations. So what's the Uber drill? Well, in a nutshell, you know, like if I had to sell it real quick, is it's like the Swiss Army knife of all the methods. You know, I was thinking of, you know, well, I have my way of doing the drill methods in order, and that's less parts, less devices, more effort, and then you have more pieces, less effort. So basically the order goes up, right? So we go from hand drill, mount drill, bow drill, pump drill, to toggle drill in the primal basics. And my idea was, I wish I had something where I had all the pieces to where I could just go right up the order from hand drill right up to toggle drill, and to do it with the least amount of pieces as necessary. I already know I need at least 6 pieces for the toggle drill, so I figure, is there a way to make all the pieces where I could do it with one set? And I came up with the Uber drill set. So since no one else does the drill methods in this order, I imagine that's probably one of the reasons why no one would have come up with a set that goes right up the order, because they don't know of the order, because they don't think of it in that way. So here again, we're back to our list, right? It's not that bad shine. When we're learning, just as a quick review, when we're trying to figure something out, when we're trying to understand it, we're going from structure to figuring out the variables to the function. So when we were first learning the primal basics, we're going from structure, variables to function. We're trying to figure out what these parts are and where they belong and what size they need to be and how fast they need to turn, and we need to figure out all those things. We don't know them. We don't understand them. We have no experience with them. And then when we get a success, we come to understand their function. So we get a coal, and we go, oh, and then we've achieved function. So we go from structure, balancing the variables, to function. And that's pretty much how you learn something. However, we're in the civilized variations, and we're going from function to balancing the variables to creating a structure that has never been done before. So here in my thoughts, I'm thinking, well, I understand all the variables, I know how they work, I know how to balance them. So here we get creative. I need to come up with something that functions where I could do at the very least, all 5 drill methods and have all that as a set with the minimal amount of pieces that are necessary. So, and I've come up with the Uber drill. So what are the main variables involved? Well, a big one is energy, because again, we're going from less pieces, more effort, to more pieces, less effort, right? So what if I go, well, I can't get this hand drill going? Well, I don't have the energy, and also the health factor. Hand drill is the worst one. It's going to ruin your hands. Well, I can't keep going with the hand drill. I just can't get this going. I need to do a mouth drill. So I already have the parts to do mouth drill. Well, I can't get this mouth drill going. I need something else. So then I already have the parts for a bow drill. And then when I think I have it down, I could do something a little easier. Let's say the wood is not so hard, but let's say I can't use one hand or something odd like that. I go, well, I could use a pump drill, because I could use a pump drill with one hand. And then there's the toggle drill, and either I do have another person or I don't have another person with me, because toggle drill is originally a two-person technique. I will need the parts for a pressure lever brace, and I will have those with me as well, as a minimal amount of pieces for a set. So the Uber drill is designed to do no less than 11 different methods. Okay, 11. And if we add on a few of the civilized variations which we've learned, we can do no less than 15 methods with just the pieces that we have here. Okay, no less than 15. All right. So let's see. So another main variable is means and resources. If I need to go up in order of the drills, I need more pieces, right? More pieces, less effort, because of the energy or of the health. So here in this set, I have all my means and resources all together. I could deal with different densities if necessary. I just have to go up the order. Okay. Pressure, if I need more pressure, no problem. I have the pieces, the devices to be able to deal with it. Raising the temperature, duration, time, speed, pretty much most of them. If I need balancing, I have the devices available to be able to balance out those variables with the Uber set. All right. So since you're learning this set, real quickly we have to go from right to left. We have to do our assessment, diagnosis, plan, implementation, and evaluation, right? So here is my first prototype set. It's made out of bamboo, okay? And so I'm going to go over these pieces in turn. It's mostly bamboo, not all bamboo, but mostly bamboo, so that you get an idea of what it is that we need, so you can assess, diagnose, and plan. And then I'm going to show you how it works going up in order, all right? And you can see that it is a fully functional set. So we can go from right to left. We can go from structure to how the variables balance to function. Then, in art of the variation, because this civilized variation section is going to have Promethei science of the basic form, art of the variation, and an epimethei. In art of the variation, we're going to take this section of purple heart and we're going to create a brand new, fully functional Uber drill set from start to finish. So you could know how to make your own, right? Let's see what else. I guess that's it for now. So we're going to go into science of the basic form. I'm going to show you all the parts, how they all work. We're going to go up in order and take it from there. Okay? All right, let's keep going. All right, and welcome to Science of the Basic Form of the Uber drill. Now, when I first created the Uber drill, I wasn't thinking of the reloading base. So when I was testing all the parts, I had just this base of Atlantic white cedar. But when we go over art of the variation, and we take this piece of purple heart and we go to create all of these parts, we are also going to be creating a reloading base. All of these parts, by the way, the reloading spindle and the reloading base, these other parts too, which I'm going to go over, all of them are no less than are no more than one foot. They're all 12 inches. The spindle is just a hair under. It's like 11.5 inches. It's basically 11 3/4 in length. So, and I know that my reloading base is 1 foot already. So basically, the Uber drill is also designed to be placed in a carrying case that's designed for foot-long pieces. Okay. So your set is also based on the fact that you're also always going to have with you cutting instruments, woodworking instruments, as well as plenty of cordage. Okay, and then you're just going to have your parts. So basically your parts are the core two, your spindle and your base. Now this is a reloading spindle and a reloading base. You have these two pieces, which are all of the pieces are multifunctional. The holes here in the sides are for toggles, for the toggle drill. But each one of these has its own function, serving to be with the hole socket on the bottom, a bow drill, Egyptian drill kind of thing, pressure hand brace, okay? Or you also have the this other one. Now this could be the same one, but you need two for the toggles. And this one is for the mouth drill, so it's the pressure mouth brace with the socket on the bottom. Okay. Now these other parts, this one is designed to be the pump drill flywheel. So this hole measures to be exactly where this tapers down here by only 2 inches. It's designed to wedge in and be the flywheel. Okay, but again, it is multifunctional. So when we take that out, it has other holes on the bottom here, and they are for the toggle drill. Now there should be 2 more holes here, but along with this other piece, this is we have holes on each side, although I would prefer actually nocks so that the cord just slips in. But this is your pressure bar brace for the for the pump drill, okay? But it's also your bow for the bow drill, or for the Egyptian drill, or for the crutch drill, okay? So these holes up here, down here, these sockets, are designed multifunctional. So they're your pressure T-brace for your two-person toggle drill. And on the ends here, if you tie these together and you put this on a brace here, well, this socket here is designed to be your pressure lever brace. It's kind of hard to see. Sorry about the blurriness. I don't know why the camera does that. Your pressure lever brace for your toggle drill. Okay. I don't know why my camera goes in and out of focus. So, regarding the spindle, okay, this is Osage orange, so it's not bamboo along with the rest of the set here. Although eventually I'm going to make a bamboo reloading base as well to go with this. This is the prototype set. It was designed around this reloading spindle that was made by my friend Dan Stanchfield. You saw the other spindles he had made out of Osage orange, the very large Egyptian drill and the smaller bow drill version. Well, he also made this hand drill, mouth drill. I'm the one that put the hole in there for the pump drill cord. And as you can see, the bottom is not cut and quartered. It's really the reload just gets wedged in there. Okay. Now regarding the size, this is really a perfect size. So we take our calipers. This measures out to be 3/8 of an inch, okay, in width at the top. And it has a perfect slow taper all the way to the bottom, which is 1/2 an inch. Okay. The outside is 1/2 an inch, so the reload has to be less than 1/2 an inch. Approximately, let's say, if we go inside, it's a little under 3/8 of an inch, okay, for the inside reload. But again, that tapers down, hard to see, inside as well, okay. But to me, the spindle is perfect because the 3/8 of an inch section up top is my perfect size for hand drill for my hands. All right, that's my preferred surface area, diameter. So, of course, the lower I go, the thicker the diameter, the larger the surface area, I get less rotations and less speed. So the more I stay at the top, I have more rotations, more speed. Today, our reload is going to be a piece of bamboo chopstick, 3/8 of an inch, tapered down, that gets wedged in there, okay? And we're going to have the usual pine base reload going in there. If you hear buzzing once in a while, those are stink bugs. It's fall here in New Jersey, and they are just flying all over the place. They just take over those things. All right. So here's the thing. I've been practicing hand drill lately. I've been teaching a lot of Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and you can see I got a real good one there. And I'll tell you, this really hurts. So I'm going to be laying off the hand drill here. But this is really the whole point of the Uber drill. If there's a variable that I cannot fix, I just have to go up in order of the drills. So let's say I can't do the hand drill right off the bat. I know I can, but I can't do it now because of a health issue. Okay, this really hurts and I don't want it to get worse. So we're going to jump right to the mouth drill. All right. So we take our paper towel like we would use from the mouth drill. Again, a little bit of oil for the top, and we work that into the socket. Now I'm going to throw a little bit of sawdust in the notch, just for laughs. Now this has not made it together. It's been used by another spindle at a previous time, but we're just gonna just go for it, really. All right. Sorry that keeps going out of focus like that. All right, let's give this a shot. And there's our coal. And let me tell you, even with, I'm sorry about that. Let me fix the camera. Sorry, I don't know why it blurs like that. So here's our coal. And let me tell you, even just doing the hand drill, that really hurts. Having done all those hand drills previously for the scouts. So we're going up in order, okay? We're going hand drill, which we can't do. Mouth drill, we just did. Now I'm going to show you a quick example of the bow drill, okay? And how that would happen. Now, when I first designed the Uber drill, it was designed to do no less than 11 methods. 11. But when we factor in some of the civilized variations, which we've been going over, now it can the Uber drill can pull off no less than 15. So from this one set of these parts, these two toggles, which are also pressure hand brace, pressure mouth brace, the bow, which is also the pressure pump bar, the flywheel, which is also part of the toggle drill. This is also part of the toggle drill. We have our reloading base. We have the reloading spindle, along with the cordage, and of course your reloads. With this, you can do no less than 15 methods altogether, okay, just from these parts. And they should all fit inside of one case, since all the parts are a foot long, okay? So let me set up for the bow drill real quick, and let's keep moving. All right, so going up in order, our next one is the bow drill. But what we're going to do is we're going to cover 3 at the same time. So we're going to not cord the spindle the bow drill way. Instead, we're just going to go ahead and cord it the Egyptian drill way, which is multi-wraps with a stiffer bow. Okay. Now with the bow drill, actually a stiff bow doesn't really matter too much unless you have a fragile spindle. Well, one of the main aspects of this Uber drill is that the spindle is a hardwood. So this is Osage orange, okay? So if the Uber drill is to be made out of a wood, the spindle especially needs to be made out of a hardwood, okay? One that does not bend, okay? Get this a little tighter here. So since we're doing the Egyptian / crutch drill version. Alright. If we're going to do the Egyptian drill version, we would use a pressure hand brace. And that would go, it's hard to see, hold on a second. And that goes on top like this. And of course this would be braced up against my leg, right? And we would just go back and forth like that. Almost have that. But the other version is to use the pump drill flywheel, which is also the toggle drill pressure lever brace, but this is also a crutch drill pressure crutch brace. So that would go here, okay, and you'd hold it like this. Now you have to be, oh, I have a coal already. So we get rid of that. Let's start from scratch. So this would go underneath here like this. Now you have to be careful with this spindle. It's not like a crutch that's super strong. Okay, so try to keep the cord as low as possible so you don't end up doing a take ori. Take ori, if you remember, is the straw principle. I mean, it's weak in the middle regarding a unilateral force, right? So we don't want that to happen. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put one more knot in our cord just to balance out the string length. I think that should do it. I might need one more. Yeah. One more. Now again, I would prefer actually knocks and not holes for this pump drill, pressure bar brace, and bow drill. Okay, just because it's easier to manipulate that way. So keeping your cord low, okay, and not in the middle to avoid take ori, we're going to do the crutch drill. Careful not to burn into the notch. And it's really super easy. There's our coal. Alright, so bow drill, Egyptian drill, crutch drill, alright, so that's 5 already. Oh, I missed one, actually. I forgot to do hand drill with the thumb loops. So we're going to get rid of this coal. And I'm going to kind of take a step back, demonstrate the hand drill with the thumb loops. Alright, be right back. Okay, so we're back. And here I've taken the toggles and now they become thumb loops, okay, for the hand drill. Again, my hands are really raw, so this kind of hurts a lot for me right now. But how these fit is these go behind your thumbs like this, okay, on each side, and that keeps them in place while you apply pressure. So just to give you a quick demo, okay, Now, again, they have to be even, so even out your string. Okay. And now I can apply pressure. With the thumb loops. Okay? And that's how it would be done that way. Alright? So we're going to keep moving forward. And again, you have to have a lot of cordage when you're doing the Uber drill. So we're going to change this up, and now we're going to do pump drill. Okay, here we go. Okay, so our next one is the pump drill. So we take the section that is considered our flywheel, and we wedge that down, okay, onto our spindle. So next we take our pressure bar brace for the pump drill, and we have to measure that out for the cord height. So we strung it through our one end. That goes through this end of the spindle. We then put it through the other side. Now this is a lot of taking apart and putting back together if you're going to do different methods, which is why I would rather have knocks on the side. At least that's a big help. Now I don't think, the problem is I can't put a knock on top here, because when you're doing things that require a lot of pressure, like a bipolar, like a mouth drill, bow drill, Egyptian drill, crutch drill, toggle drill, you can't weaken this. So the hole, I think, is necessary to be lower and centered inside the spindle and not a knock on top. I think that's not balanced. Okay. So we measure out the height of our pressure bar brace. We make sure it doesn't make contact with the flywheel, so we have to keep it up at an appropriate height when it presses down. Okay, that's still a little too low, I think, especially when it loosens up. So let's adjust that. Make that a little higher. Okay, I think that's going to work. So let's cut the excess off carefully. And there's our pump drill, ready to go, from the Uber drill. Okay, so we wind that up, and we make sure our hands are clear of the flywheel. Oh, I forgot about that. Not the quick clamp. Is that going to make it? Yeah, I think that'll make it. Let's try that again. Oh. So that's one of the things that I really don't like, is when you get it becomes loose. Okay, because this is really a round fit. So when we do, and it's good for you to see, here's what happens. The flywheel comes loose. You're trying to spin this. The flywheel comes loose, and the spindle spins inside the flywheel. So the flywheel shouldn't turn. It's supposed to be stable, but it starts to spin. It comes loose. So when we do the Purple Heart, we're going to balance that out by actually creating a square tenon. So we're going to do the mortise and tenon joint. The mortise is the hole, is the female, and the tenon, I believe, is the male version, which goes inside, and it'll be a square fit, so that you won't have something round trying to spin inside something round and have it come loose. So let's really wedge that down as best we can. Okay, so it doesn't come apart again. But that's something that needs to be balanced, definitely. Okay, and we'll do that in Art of the Variation, because this was the prototype of figuring stuff out. See, that clamp is in the way. So, that's why we have... that's why we have another section here. So we could just move that over just as easily. Because normally this would be pinned in the ground, correct? And then when you stick pins in the ground, you have to make sure... Oh, look at that. My base broke. Oh, what a shame. Alright, so we're ready to try that again. I put a brand new spindle reload in there of bamboo. We're going to do a brand new pine base reload. Now, this still has to be mated together, but I have a notch in it already. Okay, it's got some dust in there, and let's see if we can't balance everything out. Make sure you stay clear of the flywheel. Oh, see, it slipped. It slipped. See, the flywheel is moving around the spindle. And that's not a good design. So we need to really, really work that down in this prototype. Again, when we do the Art of the Variation, we're going to create a mortise and tenon joint for the flywheel when we redo our measurements for that. Alexa is a big help and is cleaning up for me, sweeping up some of the sawdust. The trick with the pump drill too is to get a lot of speed. Just let the pump drill do all the work. Watch your head. Gotta be safe here.
I know.
Get close. Got a big pile of dust there.
Make sure it doesn't go on me.
And there's our coal. So there's our pump drill for the Uber drill. So we've done hand drill with thumb loops, bow drill, Egyptian drill, crutch drill, mouth drill. Oh, I forgot some. Forgot to do the mouth toggle drill and the mouth bow drill, which is part of that original 11 I was talking about. So let's go back and do that. I keep having to back up. Okay, so we're back, and we need to back up a bit and do the mouth toggle drill and the mouth bow drill. Now, you have two toggles, but the toggles are really for the toggle drill, because when you're doing the mouth drill, you need a mouthpiece. Okay, so this piece is going to be our mouthpiece, and what we do is we tie or get one of the toggles with the end of the bow. Okay, and that becomes our toggle. So I have to remake, since I fixed the spindle reload, we're going to have to remake the base and the spindle reload. Okay. So we wrap this around. Let's go this way. Several times. depending on the size of your cord. And we get set up. Here we go. Remember to keep it low so you don't do a take hori. Oh. The whole base came out. Well, I'm almost there. Let's keep going. And there we go, there's our coal. Thank you, Alexa.
I'm cleaning the air.
Okay, back up. Thank you. So there's our mount toggle drill using the toggle along with one end of the bow. Okay. So what we do next, and I need a new spindle reload because this one is obviously too short now.
Here.
No, thank you. And set up for the bow. Again, a knock would be preferable to these holes. All right. Let me put in a new spindle reload and come right back and we'll do the mouth Dojo. So I have a bit of a complication happening here. As you can see, my Osage orange is starting to split, and that's not a good thing. Actually, I'm surprised it didn't split earlier with all the abuse that I put this thing through. So we're going to fix it with a hose clamp before it becomes a problem. Okay. And then we're going to get started. Let's get rid of the old coal. This base reload is no good. It's on the bottom now. So Alexa conveniently gave me a new one. So I'm going to cut down the spindle reload to the appropriate size. We're going to get this together and we're going to do the mouth Dojo. Alright, so I've finished the spindle reload and the base reload. Okay, they should be ready to go. Now, I forgot to do it before, but remember when you're doing mouth drill, the notch has to be on the outside so that you could see what you're doing. That's why I had to stop in the middle of the other one before and look, because I couldn't see, because the notch is facing me. So we put the notch on the outside. Let's fill it with a little bit of dust. So we have our bow. Let's string that. Okay, let's try to keep it low so it doesn't tuck it audio on us. And let's get our pressure mouth brace along with our paper towel for health and safety and comfort. And here we go. And there we go. And there's our hole. Mouth bow drill, which follows the mouth toggle drill on the Uber drill. So we done mouth drill. I'm sorry. We would do hand drill, but my hands are killing me. Hand drill with thumb loops. Mouth drill. That's 3. Mouth drill. Mouth toggle drill. Mouth bow drill. Bow drill. Egyptian drill. Crutch drill. Pump drill. So now we're going to do 2-person toggle drill and then 1-person toggle drill. Okay? And that's 11, like I said, for the Primal A Basics. And then after that, we would have 4 more from the Civilized variations. And we'll try and go over those real quick too as well. And then we're going to get to Art of the Variation. Okay? Here we go. Okay, so together Jake and I are going to pull off the toggle drill. So as you can see, the reload has nothing in it. That goes on our reloading base. I'm just going to put a little bit of sawdust in there. Thank you, Jake. Put this down. Now, here's our toggles. Alright, so we're going to wind those around. And we're going to do the 2-person first. And then I have to set up for the 1-person. Okay, so I'm going to get on the table. This is the pressure T-brace. It's already been greased a little bit with some linseed oil. So, excuse me, Jake. I'm going to hop up here. Hopefully the table won't break. That won't be fun. So we insert that in there. I don't really need to step on the board, but I'm going to anyway. So I can get in position. Hold on one second. Okay. Put on our pressure T-brace. And here we go. Okay, no slack. Keep it low.
Okay.
Down here, okay?
Does that have oil in it?
Yes, a little bit. Just go for speed. You don't have to pull too hard, okay? Speed. That's it. Okay. Wow, look at all that smoke. Keep going, keep going. And the trick again is to not stop. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Keep going, don't stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Let's carefully move that out. And there's our coal. I'm going to carefully hop down. Move the camera in. Keep glowing on it, Jake. Make it glow.
I don't think it's gonna glow.
Okay. And there we go. So there's our 2-person toggle drill. So one more will make 11, the 1-person toggle drill. So let me set up for that, and we'll be right back. Thanks, Jake. All right, so I'm setting up for the 1-person toggle drill. And here I need the bar brace to set up the pressure lever brace. So I've taken a Jo staff used in Japanese martial arts. It's a 4 or 5 foot staff. This is my son's actually, and I'm borrowing it to to set up my pressure lever brace. So I've clamped it, as you can see, to the pillars. Okay, it's clamped in there. And here's what you do with these parts for the pressure lever brace. Let me just put the camera down here. Okay. Now, the one that is the bow, okay, or the pump drill pressure bar brace, that goes on top. Okay. Now, the toggle drill, crutch drill, pressure crutch brace, or the 2-person toggle pressure T brace, okay, or the pump drill flywheel, this section goes on the bottom, okay, so it faces out. Alright, so that's what you want. Now you pick one of these holes. Okay, this one has a little bit of grease in it already. Now what I do is I take some cord and I pass it through here, and then what I do is below this hole I start wrapping very tightly as best I can, okay, with enough length of cordage, and you have to determine what that's going to be. Then I take the cord and I just tighten that up a bit. Okay. Now what this does is I could separate this like this, and it'll be really tight. So the more I separate this, the tighter it'll be. Now this is going to be the pressure lever brace hole. And now this is going to sit up here on the brace. So the next thing I'm going to do is tie this down to the brace, and then we're ready to go for the 1-person toggle drill. Okay, be right back. Okay, so we're ready to get started. It's a pretty odd setup. Now I have the pressure lever brace tied to the brace, cross brace. Okay. I have a brand new bamboo spindle reload in there, and a brand new pine base reload. And that's going to fit in there. And this is going to sit in there like that. Okay. Now the weight, this one is just 4 kilos or 8.8 pounds, and that's tied to the cross brace. Okay. So that should sit there pretty well without a problem. But that's not enough weight. So we're going to put on this 6.5 kilo, 14.3 pound weight as well, and just be really careful with that and see how that goes. See if that's enough weight. We can always add more. Okay. So I just have to be careful not to pull this out and cause a deadfall trap. So this gets wrapped several times. Our toggles. This is the toggle drill of the Uber drill. Okay, we keep that low to avoid atake ori. Let's see if we can't get that warmed up. I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit more weight on that. So we're going to put another 4 kilos or 8.8 pounds weight on that. Okay. And just a smidgen of sawdust. It's for luck. Let's get that started. Alright. I don't want to burn into the notch. So I'm really going to go for speed. My top is burning. I have to I gotta grease that up again. That must have been a lot of weight. I have to handle. Alright, now that's really greased now. Alright, I'm going to fix my reload and come right back. So again, trying to keep things in balance, I flattened out the reload. It's getting shorter, so I have to be careful. I'm going to put all that dust back in there. That was a good pile of dust too I had gotten started with. Well, that's really greased, so that shouldn't be a problem now, hopefully. But that's probably a lot of pounds per square inch on that one point. So again, 4 kilos, 6.5 kilos, another 4 kilos. Let's get this started again. Almost there. It's getting really low. And there's our coal. Let's take these weights off. So there's our one-person toggle drill. And if my count is correct, that makes 11 methods. Sorry. There we go. You can hear my son practicing his saxophone in the background. All right, so that's our science of the basic form. This is the Uber drill. No less than 11 methods in one with all these interchangeable pieces. Okay, so now, like I said, we're going to, from scratch, build an Uber drill out of this Purple Heart. This piece is 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch by a little over 2 feet. It's a little over 24 inches, and it's 4 inches across. And we're going to get out of this a spindle, a reloading base, the part that is the pump drill flywheel, but is also the bow for the bow drill, Egyptian drill, and crutch drill. The flywheel is actually, the flywheel is actually the toggle drill pressure lever brace, pressure T brace for the toggle drill, and what else? So then the other section we're going to make is the bow for the bow drill, the crutch drill, the Egyptian drill, and is also the pressure bar brace for the pump drill. Okay, it can also double as a toggle for when you're doing mouth toggle drill, because you have to have one of the toggles in your mouth. And we're going to have 2 toggles which also double as pressure hand brace and pressure mouth brace. So from this one board we're going to get all of those devices and the reloading base as well, if I didn't mention that. Okay, and again, it is assumed that you're going to have a whole lot of cordage and you're going to have tools, the means and resources to put all this together, along with your reloading bases, base reloads, and your spindle reloads as well as part of the kit. Each piece is going to be at or under 1 foot long. And let's go on to art of the variation of the Uber drill.